What's up, Cosmic Fam? It's your girl, Cosmic Jazz 222, and today I am back with another collective message. This time it's a love reading. You know, we're about to enter February, and of course, Valentine's Day is being advertised everywhere. So I thought, why not do a love reading? I know I haven't been active on here, guys. I greatly apologize. Hopefully, I get the ball rolling again. But I hope you guys had an amazing start to the new year so far. I know things have been crazy, but we are here. So for my returning subscribers, welcome back, Cosmic Fam. It's so good for y'all to be here. And for those of y'all who are just coming across my channel for the first time, welcome. Be sure to leave a like, a comment, share if you feel inclined. That will greatly help my channel. Now, disclaimers. This is just a general reading. That means not every single thing is going to resonate. It's fine. That's okay. My advice is to use my readings as confirmation, some type of, advice for you, and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, guys, so let's get into love. Now, I did pre-shuffle the cards because unfortunately I did sprain my wrist and shuffling has been interesting. So just to save us some time, I went ahead and pre-shuffled the cards. I don't know what's underneath, so y'all gonna have to trust me on this, okay? Anyways. So I did pull a song for you from the Music Oracle by Jalissa, and we have Someone Like You by Adele, and the theme is lessons. So the song goes, I heard that you're settled down, that you found a girl and you're married now. I heard that your dreams came true. Guess she gave you things I didn't give to you. Oh friend, why are you so shy? Ain't like you to hold back or hide from the light. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away, I couldn't fight it. I had hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me, it isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you, too. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said, sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Okay, you know what's interesting? When I was shuffling your tarot deck, the Tower reverse was trying to pop out. And the word associated to the Tower based on the deck I was using is oppression. So what I'm getting already, this reading does feel geared towards my singles. Now, if you are in a relationship, you can still watch. You might get some clarity, right? But what I'm getting already with this is y'all have been going through a restructuring phase where you've been rebuilding from past experiences in love, maybe failures, betrayals, situations that made you question your self-worth specifically, where you felt limited, where you felt like you weren't heard, or just things didn't work out. I am getting rejection here as well. There could be someone you used to deal with who now is moving forward. I'm kind of feeling like a lot of y'all been taking your time with entering the love scene again. The dating scene. You've been taking your time and entertaining people. Maybe you are hesitant. Maybe you're low-key afraid to do so. And maybe some of y'all are nostalgic right now. You're thinking about, past partners. You're thinking about what went wrong, what you learned from those situations. And I feel like now you're at a point where you want to be open again, and there are better people out there for you, and you're understanding even if things didn't work out between you and somebody in the past, it was for a reason. They're obviously not in alignment with you. You're not in alignment with them, and it's time for you to receive love. It's time for you to experience the beauty of romance again. So you just understanding sometimes people are temporary. That's the lesson of life. People come and go. And those who ride with you will ride with you to the end. You get what I'm trying to say? So I'm already getting, y'all have been doing some healing work, which I do like. Now let's get into the oracle cards real quick to see where you're at energetically. Okay. We have woman holding a heart, number 44. Okay. Someone could be in their 40s. Somebody could be 44 years old. It could be you or somebody else. This also reduces down to the number 8. So I'm getting, yes, lessons, especially with Saturn. I'm getting somebody could be Saturn ruled, or you're going through a difficult Saturn lesson right now, transit. But 8 also represents abundance through hard work. So you guys have been putting in work, especially with learning to emotionally regulate yourself to be more emotionally mature. We also have appreciation, number 15. All right. I'm also getting, the sacral, a second shot. Yeah, this is sacral Archangel Ariel. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm seeing a highlight here already with your self-worth. If you think about the sacral chakra, which is right below your navel, your belly button, and it appears orange, an orange color. The sacral represents your desires, your self-worth, how you feel about yourself, your self-esteem, as well as your life force, your creative energy, and also your sexual energy. This is unfortunately a chakra that many people nowadays end up linking each other together with, and this is through physical intimacy. And yes, there may be physical intimacy, but the emotional, the psychological, the spiritual, mental intimacy is not there. It's just lust. It's just, again, sexual acts, and that's it. And I feel like a lot of y'all have gone through some unpleasant situations where that was the only thing holding the connection together. And maybe that's why you've been working on your self-esteem. It's because, well, I didn't have partners that truly valued me. The only thing that was valuable was when we physically united, right? And going back to like the rejection, some of you guys were questioning, how come I'm still single? How come it's been taking me a long time to heal? Or just finding somebody that aligns with me, whereas those I used to deal with are now married and they moved on, and it's just acting like nothing has happened. They're happy and all that, but I'm still here trying to pick up the pieces, right? And that has been a major hit to your self-esteem. That really made you question your self-worth. But let me remind you guys, just because somebody treated you a certain way doesn't define your worth. And you have reached a point where you know yourself, and how you treat yourself is showing others how they need to start treating you. That's what I'm seeing with appreciation. You are a rose a rose that's grown through concrete. That's what I'm getting. I'm seeing a rose. I'm seeing butterflies as well. But if you're looking at this picture right here, this woman, she's in a garden, but the plants are withered. Okay, they are dried up. But the only thing that's being really highlighted is the rose she's holding. I think that's a rose. And it's like you've went through very difficult situations, maybe unhealthy environments. You got yourself out of that. Ties back to the Tower card, oppression. You got out of situations that felt limiting, that literally sucked the life force out of you. That's what the sacral energy represents. So you are a rose that grew from concrete, grew from a very difficult environment and situation. Maybe this ties back to like childhood and your teenage years, especially with the number 15. Maybe your teenage years were really defining. You may have went through some very tough experiences, tying back to the family unit, the family life, or maybe your high school years were really defining for you, especially in terms of your self-worth. If you were desirable, right? So I'm getting those things being highlighted for you, but you have come a long way in really understanding and appreciating yourself. And you're that beautiful rose that's finally blooming. That's what I'm getting. So roses, and also the butterfly I'm getting with the third eye here. You have gone through a metamorphosis with your mental state, with your perception, your mental perception, also how you communicate your wants and needs with people. You are now very much outspoken about your boundaries, about what is good for you. So I would say this is a good start. I like this energy. This is telling me you're having high discernment if you're choosing to date this year. In the near future, again, this is based on the near future. Your discernment is key. What I'm also getting, let's not talk about you for a moment. When it comes to other people, I'm actually seeing you being very magnetic, very attractive. You're going to be attracting quite a few people to you, and it can even manifest as friendships from all types of groups. People just being attracted to you, people admiring you, appreciating you. You're noticing that people are treating you a little bit differently now, or will be treating you differently. It's because you went through quite literally an internal glow up. You've been going through an internal glow up. Some of y'all your physical appearance has changed tremendously as well. So you guys are really taking care of your body. Yeah, you guys are really taking care of your body, your mind, your spirit, and you're becoming this regulated person that's standing, yes, by themselves, but very confidently. So I like to see that. So I want to see what's next for you in love. Okay, we got the Twin Flame Path Oracle by my girl Sarah, Mediterranean Goddess, Lighthouse Delphi. Um, Let me see. So the first card we have is Union. All right. And I just saw 1111. So you will be entertaining somebody in the future. Okay. And we're going to see to what extent. Um, oh, we got can't wait to have you in my bed. Girl, we're already talking about it's interesting. I've been telling you about, the sacral that rules over that sector. So it's interesting that's coming up. Now, I would say with Union, the sun is being highlighted here. So someone could be sun dominated. I'm seeing a Leo placements being highlighted either with you or the other person, or maybe Leo season is significant for you when it comes to union. The sun highlights and illuminates things. The sun deals with royalty, regalness. So I'm definitely seeing this grand type of union. I don't know how to describe it. Like this person, their personality could either be loud or maybe you're loud as a person. Like I keep saying the throat chakra as well. Someone being very communicative and very open about their wants and needs. So I'm getting loud. Like someone is very loud. Okay, I don't know how that's going to transpire, but hey, we have insecure, out of my league, put you on a pedestal. Interesting. One lonely mother effort. Depression, dark night of the soul. Okay. Sex with you is out of this world. Okay, so there's obviously a highlight on physical intimacy here. I find that interesting. You outshine all the others, baby. Period. Of course you do. And look, we got a butterfly again. You are my innocence that I never want to lose. Can we just get freaky? Okay, I could have sworn. So I had this deck for quite some time now, and I literally think every card relating to physical intimacy has came out in this reading. Just so you know. So I think there's definitely a highlight here. And then the outside influence, we got thinking about you constantly. All right, so first and foremost, collective, I feel like the person you might be entertaining, if you choose to, the physical sexual chemistry is going to be there. All right. So if that's something you do want to experience, like that's a priority, you guys, you want to make sure that there's chemistry here. Yeah, it's there. This person is willing to really cater to your wants and needs to pleasure you. And I think when it comes to physical intimacy, it's almost like dang near transcendent, right? There's something very spiritual about this. So I'm already getting, yeah, the sacral is being highlighted like crazy. Interesting. They admire you a lot. They find you very attractive, not just physically. Of course, the physical attraction is there, but it's the way you're carrying yourself. Like I said, because you're going through or you went through an internal glow up, the way people are treating you and approaching you is going to be a little bit different. Now, here's the caveat about this person, which I feel like could be a potential challenge. We got to be honest, okay? I'm not here to give fluff. This person does feel intimidated by you. And actually, low key, they may be watching you before approaching you. They may try to test out the waters first, try to like squeeze their way in. And it's because you are intimidating. And this is not the only person that sees you as intimidating. A lot of people do. But it's coming from admiration. It's coming from, dang, collective is so dang confident. They're so beautiful. They're handsome. They're this and that. I want to get to know them, but do I feel worthy enough to approach them? Am I too afraid? I don't know if I'm confident to do so. Yeah, you might be dealing with that type of person. This person still has insecurities to work through. And it's interesting because it kind of ties back to that Leo energy that I mentioned earlier. Leos, I don't want to generalize, but when someone has significant Leo placement, they can show up as very confident, or that's the higher self. The higher version of themselves is very confident, very much out there, and very playful, very creative, very expressive, right? But the shadow side of Leo, and I noticed this with people in my own life who have significant Leo placements, they can present as insecure, especially if they have not done the healing work. Now, I'm not saying this person necessarily hasn't done the healing work, but when it comes to the amount of work you've done compared to them, there's no comparison. I actually feel like when you do interact with them, I do think they are a sweetheart. I do think they will treat you right. But the one thing I would say is, compared to you, they feel like they are dimmed in some way. They feel like the attention is on you, and they will give you all the attention you require, right? But I do see like scenarios where they're either questioning you or they need constant reaffirmations from you so that they understand y'all are on the same page. Maybe that's one of their love languages. Maybe they need constant reassurance. Maybe you are okay with that, or maybe you're not okay with that. That's like a turnoff for you. So it really depends on, what you like and what you dislike and all that. But I really think because of how you're presenting yourself, you might be putting them through a bit of a spiritual awakening themselves, where if they want to continue this connection with you, they're going to have to do some inner work. They're going to have to stop being insecure. They're going to have to feel more reassured with themselves. So I would say, the theme of your song is lessons. So you could be teaching this person some lessons here about really appreciating themselves and realizing they do deserve love. And it's crazy. It's like this person is actually mirroring back to you the place you came from, the frequency you came from, which is lack of self-worth, lack of confidence, rejection wounds, depression, feeling lonely, feeling left out, feeling left behind. And one of the fears I'm getting this person has is being left behind. So if you, I'm going to give you all the option. When this does happen, you will be the one to decide. Do you want to be beside this person to help them work through it? Or, is this just going to be a time, a period, a season? But I would say you will experience some good intimacy for sure. And this person will put you on a pedestal. So if you felt like you were not appreciated in the past by people you used to deal with romantically, this person's going to show you what it means to be placed on a pedestal. You're going to dang near feel like a trophy. Like this person feels like they won a victory, a battle. But part of the insecurities, what I'm also getting is they will feel insecure because other people want you. Other people may even be as bold as to try to ask you out while you're dealing with them. And that's going to get to them. And let me tell you something, when you're dealing with someone that insecure, it can get a little sticky. So that's why I think in the beginning of this connection, that's why communication is so important. Maybe that's why I keep hearing loud, like someone needs to be loud and proud about who they are. You either take it or you leave it. So I see you in your power, collective, and I see this person basically sucking up to you, but I don't think you want somebody who just sucks up to you all the time, like a yes man. You want somebody with a backbone. And I think you're going to be teaching this person to grow a backbone. They're going to love you. They're going to nurture you. But can they show up as your equal? That's a real question. They're going to be thinking a lot about you. I'm low-key getting a little bit of obsession here. Like, it's like having you as a dream come true. And I think this might surprise you because you never had someone feel that way towards you before, right? So there's that. Also, let me get into you are my innocence I never want to lose. What I'm getting from this, you bring fun, you bring light into this person's life. It's like you've been through your winter season, now you're in springtime, right? You're in your spring season. This person's going through a bit of a winter season, a dark night of the soul, That's what this is talking about. So it's like you're bringing the warmth to them. And they just want to embrace it, take it all up, and of course, give back to you. But again, this is something you all can work on for sure. Just being upfront with you. Now, let's get into your cards. I didn't even touch your tarot deck yet. So crazy. Let's get into your tarot cards, okay? So we got the Death card, transformation. Um, you see Persephone and Pluto, or Hades, if you want to look at the equivalence of that. Now, what's so interesting about this? I actually like this. What this is telling me, wait, hold on. This ties back to the seasons. If you know the story of Persephone, yeah, Pluto, besides Pluto taking her to Underworld to become his queen, okay, anyway, besides that, Persephone does embody transformation, especially with the seasons. You know, when she gets taken back to the Underworld to reign with Pluto, who is all about transformation, death, and rebirth, the seasons change from summer to fall and eventually winter. Nature dies out. But when she returns back to Earth from the underworld, spring happens. Everything begins to grow again. So I kind of feel like you are Persephone. Like you embody Persephone energy. I'm seeing, was it pomegranates? So someone might like pomegranates, but that's a major symbolism here. Okay. We got 9 of Swords reversed. Okay, interesting. Someone still deals with PTSD, I'm getting. So we do get, this card that says depression, dark night of the soul. And I kind of feel like this ties back to the death card, but someone has been going through like a bit of a PTSD. I don't know if it's to that extent, but it's just like reliving trauma or reliving a situation that was really painful and hurtful. And maybe this is a fear. So this could be from you, collective, but this could also be dealing with this person. Maybe they still are dealing with past like heartbreak, you know? We got the 9 of Wands reversed, and then the 5 of Coins reversed. 5 of Pentacles. So this is just additional information. I will go off on a limb and say, this is you. This is your energy. So the reading wants to turn back to you, collective. This is speaking of your transformation, especially with the death card. You went through death and rebirth quite literally. And now it's like it caused you to really address fears. And maybe this is something you're still dealing with. Overcoming fears of getting hurt. Overcoming fears of the worst outcomes, dealing with the worst outcomes, learn to put your guard down, okay? Overcoming your overthinking, putting down your guard, walking on eggshells, being cautious, being strategic in the way you move, but ultimately you learning lessons and getting out of lack mentality. So this is only confirming you've gone through transformation already. And now it's time to just put down the walls a little bit and see where the journey takes you. Now, I know I kind of roasted this person a little bit, but I don't feel like they're bad. I just think they got some things to work on. I mean, we all do. And I feel like you could be the one teaching them that lesson. Now, this could be something long-term if you choose to. If you choose to go down that path. But this is one of the challenges and insecurities that will be brought up. Okay? I'm going to give y'all some advice to end off the reading. Beware of codependency. Addictive behaviors are affecting your romantic life. Okay? Take your power back. You're giving someone control over how you feel. Your happiness should only depend on you. Leave your fears behind. They're stopping this relationship from blossoming. And then we have difficulties. Jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. Okay, so there is a strong highlight on protection and putting down boundaries. So whether it's this person, this main person I'm picking up on, or if it's other people you're choosing to entertain, beware of codependent behaviors. At the end of the day, it took you how long? It took how much effort for you to be by yourself and really confident in yourself? You know, it took you some time, right? Don't undo the work you've done already. So this involves you standing in your power and understanding a connection isn't about really merging with another half, right? It's merging two people together. They're a whole, right? you being your own individual despite being in a union. That's what this is about. So be aware of codependent behavior, not just from you, but from people, from others who want to be with you, especially this main person, because with the insecurities, this could be somebody constantly wanting you to reassure them, and that can be tiring. So there's one aspect of that. Take your power back. Make sure you're not allowing another person to dictate your happiness. This even includes past experiences. Don't allow others and where they're at in their life dictate how you are perceiving your own journey, because we all got our own journey. We all got our own time and seasons. So just because somebody you used to deal with is now married or they got kids or whatever the case may be, and you don't, or you're not where you want to be, that should not dictate your happiness. That's their journey. That they're going through their own ups and downs, I'm pretty sure. If you focus on you, leave your fears behind, okay? Don't let them stop you from loving or finding love. Don't let them stop you from expressing and experiencing beautiful romance, because everybody deserves it, child. Everybody. And then we got difficulties, jealousies. Because people are going to be wanting you and you got a lot of suitors heading your way. Yeah, there's going to be jealousy. There might be a little battle for you. Not going to lie. There might be some competition. Maybe that's why this person is going to be insecure, because they're up against a lot of people. And what it takes to win you over, it's not just love. It's not just a nurturing, you being compatible with this person. It's them showing up confidently. It's them showing up sure with themselves. Because that's what's going to really, I guess, separate them from the rest, is them being complete within themselves and not trying to carry baggage from previous experiences or, different previous perspectives. That's what's really going to make them stand out. And that's what's going to allow them to win you over, right? So this person, yeah, you're gonna be putting them in the ringer, but it's for the best, okay? Just let you know, it's just for the best. So collective, I hope this reading gave you some clarity. I hope it resonated. Let me know your stories in the comment section, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.